feeling like a tattoo. The way you wear that dress, they gonna attack you. Way you look at me, baby, I got you.
What's up, gang? So today's video is going to be a story time about an awful work experience I had. I'm not going to name drop because I don't need a lawsuit against me, although I should have sued them.
Okay, we suing.
But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the story time. So I did an interview with this place, and they had a kiosk at the mall where I lived. So I did a quick little interview with them. They seemed to love me. The manager loved the fact that my hair was blue at the time. He was like, this is so great for us. We love vibrant personalities, and obviously we could tell you have one of those. I was like, all right, cool, bet. So they offered me the position, and I took it because it was $15 an hour. I started working there in August of 2021. Everything was running a little smoothly. Their manager ended up leaving to go to a different store. So they put another lady in charge. We're going to call her A. So A became the new manager of the kiosk. Mind y'all, there was 3 employees. It was me, this other girl who was cool, we're gonna call her K, and the new manager who's A. So it was just us 3 taking care of this kiosk. Like, mind y'all, the mall was dead all the time. We were a little smoothly, and then K quit. Because she didn't like the way A was, how she was acting, all this stuff. And like, I was picking up on things here and there, but I was like, I want to make some money, so I didn't want to quit right away. Before K had officially quit, she was suffering from a lot of mental illnesses, which, no judgment, I'm mentally ill too. All bad bitches are mentally ill.
I'm not gonna period.
We was really bonded. So in my head, I'm not caring that this girl got mental illness, because bitch, me too. So once Kay quit, A was telling me, you know, she had a lot of mental illness. She was mentally ill. She was crazy. She would do this, this, and this. Like, just downplaying mental illness and making it seem like this girl was crazy, when in reality, she just has some mental illness. And that rubbed me the wrong way, because I don't like when people talk down about mental illness or try to make people who struggle from mental health problems out to be a bad guy. Once she started doing all that, I was like, not really vibing with you, gang. Another reason why I wasn't really vibing with A is because if she knew I was at work, she was gonna come to work late. Just me and her working at this kiosk. And then they brought in another employee, and then they brought back an employee who, like, she had quit, but she came back. This where it's gonna get juicy. We're gonna call her T. She was so cute, fun and festive, loved her. I didn't really work with her that much. And then we opened together. It's just like, I had to tell you something. And I was like, tell me what? It wasn't like she was coming at me crazy, but like, I was like, what do you mean you gotta tell me something? I was like, what you gotta tell me? How bad can it be? It was bad. She was like, me and A were talking the other day, and she brought you up. First, she was like, oh, she was talking bad about how you dress. I wore a black t-shirt and a pair of jeans because that's what she told me to wear. And I'm like, that's weird. Me and T are still talking, and she was like, and this part really bothered me because she brought up you having a disability.
We suing.
I told T that I had a disability. Like, we already talked about that. Because I like to let the people I work with be aware so they know, like, I promise I'm not slacking, just sometimes I gotta take my time a little bit. And she goes, yeah. She was like, you know Liana's disabled, right?
We suing.
And she was like, I don't know, like, sometimes she just this, that, and the third. She was like, you know, she's basically just useless and disabled. Well, what did I do? Because all in my face, she's like keying it up like we best friends. Want to be all up in my business, want to tell me all of her business. But now I'm useless and disabled? My sales were the highest. I had the highest sales. I was struggling with piercings just because piercing with a gun, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret. These little kiosks and stores, they train the people how to pierce with a cardboard ear. Like 3 days of practice work before they expect y'all to pierce. And I was like, I'm not piercing babies when you just taught me how to pierce on a cardboard ear. I was like, we're not going to do that. It's just like, no, that's fine. She was like, I'll do the babies. Just let them know to come when I'm here. So I'm not understanding where from A to B in this little time frame that I became useless. Like, I've been disabled. But I'm telling my mom and sister about it and my dad about it. And I was like, I don't want to work there anymore. I was like, I don't trust myself. Next day, I think, we were at the mall because we went to the Barnes & Noble by the mall. We're there. And I was like, I need to quit. And my mom was like, you want me to drop you off at the mall real quick? I said, sure. I said, go ahead and do that. I know the older sister, little sister duo. Yeah, that's our level. So we're in there. We walking up in that. We standing on business, ready to go. And I get to the kiosk and she's not there. So I go into the kiosk. I let myself in. And I take out a sticky pad. I took the sticky note. I said, I'll take me and my disability to a better job. Drew a heart. Put it there, left my key next to it, and I dipped out the mall. As we're driving out of the mall parking lot, I get a phone call. Guess who's calling me? It's A. I said, hello. Liana, did you leave me this note? I said, who do you think left you the note? She said, well, there wasn't a name on it, so I didn't know. I said, so why'd you call me? And she's like, so you're done? I was like, yeah, I'm done. And I hung up. So then I contact employee relations for this company. And they were like, well, we don't really know if we could do anything about it because you're no longer employed there. And I said, y'all realize the reason I quit is because of what was said about me. I said, y'all realize it is illegal to do what she did.
We suing.
Like, they took down what I said, but they were like, we can't do anything. I was like, all right, bet. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to give them some time to look into it and get back to me. And I'm not hearing nothing. And I felt like stirring up some problems. I go on Google. I write a whole report as to what happened. Maybe I'll put it right here. And all of a sudden, I get a call from the jewelry, like the main jewelry company. They're like, I'm an investigator with blah, 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 blah. And we're looking into your case. I was like, oh, okay. And this dude, everything that happened, he's being very respectful, understanding. And he was like, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. He was like, but I do have to let you know, like, according to blah, blah, blah's policy, your case is not a high priority. I heard from him for a couple months, and I was like, they probably just threw it out the door. And then I get a call from him, and he was like, do you have any witnesses? Because right now it's word of mouth, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I can give you T's phone number. I was like, that's basically it. I was like, it was only the three of us who worked there. And T's the one who told me what happened because it was T and A working together. After about 1.5 years of this investigation, I get an email from the investigator, and it was basically like, attached is the results of your investigation, blah, blah, blah. There was nothing attached to it. So I was like, I emailed him back and I was like, I'm confused, blah, blah, blah. What does this mean? And he was like, you have to contact employee relations for further questions. I'm calling employee relations. I'm not getting nothing back. Nobody's answering the phone. So, yeah, here I am. It's now December 7th, 2023. And I wasn't really expecting much out of this, but a little something would have been nice. I did get unemployment out of it because I told New Jersey unemployment, I was like, I left due to a hostile work environment. I was like, I did not feel comfortable going back to work. So yeah, basically, all I got out of this job was some trauma and unemployment.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
That's my story time about my awful work experience. If y'all have any other video ideas, please let me know. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.